Oh, yo, yo, good morning, good morning. Hope everybody had a great weekend. So, I've been both looking forward to continue this, but I've also been dreading it. We're currently working on as always, there's a long line of things that happen and which brought us into different routes, but like it's basically like this. We started we wanted to implement some nice things for the water. We needed the activity texture. We got the activity texture in place. Wanted to start experimenting with it, do some easy stuff, quote unquote easy stuff with it before we move on back to water. So decided to implement snow, which led us to a simple weather system implementation, but also a tessellation system, which we can hopefully use for our terrain later on as well. And that's roughly where we are right now. We're doing the tessellation for the snow. And what can be seen here currently is we're just rendering some of the data in certain ways just to see if we can use it. But it's basically this. We have tessellation in place. And now we are trying to implement a solution that minimizes the popping. So we do tessellation based on distance. So the closer you get to the plane, the more it tessellates. We always do it with a subdivision of 2 to the power of x, which means that we get this. We have these nice rules that tells us that a vertex that gets generated during one tessellation stage will exist in the next coming tessellation stages. So we never move any vertices, we only add or remove. And if we know that, we can identify the vertices that were recently added, then we can adjust their height based on distance and we will reduce the popping. But this is sort of complicated. So before we move into the scene and see exactly what we have, let's do a bit of drawing. So hopefully I can explain the problem a bit better here. So if we have an original quad like this, maybe we can do it like this. So every line intersection is a vertex, and that's about it. So our original quad is this one, this one, this one, and this one. So as we get closer to, for instance, this quad, what we want to do then is we want to split it up into, let's use a different color. We split it up like this. Maybe we get splits like this. But anyway, so we have a couple of new vertices in this case. We have this one is new, this one is new, this one is new, right? This one is new, and this one is new. Do we get 5 new vertices per tessellation stage? Maybe. But anyway, so what we want to do then is we want to identify these vertices. We have already done that, although the implementation is pretty rough, but we have it. The problem now is, so we get close enough to this quad to tessellate it, but we just get close enough to tessellate it. Then we want to get these vertices, but instead of calculating the position for them individually, we want to initially base their position on their connected neighbors. So this vertex, for instance, its initial position should be based on this vertex and this vertex. It's located halfway between them. So the first problem here is we need to identify its neighbors. So for instance, this one has to the left and to the right. This one has up and down, left, right, up, down. This one, on the other hand, it has top left and bottom right. But if, for instance, if we would tessellate this one, we would probably get the middle one would be bottom left, top right. So I think that's going to be what we spend the most time on today. We need to like get connected vertices in some way. I have a little feeling that we should be able to get this information from the tessellation stages. I just don't know exactly how. But like, so if we're just at tessellating this quad, then we set the interpolation of this one to be based on solely these two. And then the closer we get, the more we move this towards its real position. So instead of when you run over the landscape, instead of seeing all this popping as you get more and more vertices representing the geometry, you actually get no popping at all, but instead you get fading. And if we keep that fading far away from the camera, far enough away from the camera, you will barely be able to see it. But then, of course, when we have more objects in the world, trees, for instance, and stuff like that, we have to make sure that they are always properly hidden and stuff like that. But yeah, I want to get this fading in place. And I mean, it's been done before multiple times. So I don't doubt that we will eventually get there. I just wonder how long it will take. But let's see what we have here right now. Are we gonna start this stream with a crash as well? Probably. I'll try to get to the bottom of that this week. But like, so if we take the new vertices, what I was gonna show now is that we identify these and we print the new vertices as black, and then we slowly fade them to white depending on how new they are. That's basically what we have. Let's try this one again then. Application repaint. Not how I want to start my Monday morning. let me do this. What do we have on environment? 512. Skip this one as well. Snow, we don't even have that much tessellation. There should really be... There should be no problem at all here. I don't know why we're getting this. Let me see if I can bring up the crash log and let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Okay. Yeah, what's up, Mechasonis? I was pretty good, but starting this Monday morning with a couple of crashes doesn't feel too good. But yeah, we're doing quad tessellation right now. We have it in place. I really want to show it. But Unity doesn't really want to work with me today. What can I do? Fuck it, we're gonna have this nagging feeling. We're gonna do Let's disable those two. Dimension 512. I don't think when we generate the mesh for the snow, it's extremely low resolution, so third time's a charm. So the crash occurs when we switch to scene view. Let's try it. White line here, no idea where that one comes from. There we have it. Actually, what we're gonna do is this. Let's see here. I might know what it is. But yeah, we switched to quad tessellation, and now we're just trying to focus on reducing the popping, which is still very complicated, but a bit easier than a bit easier than water mesh. I wonder if I want to skip the water mesh this time around. Actually, let's try it. I wonder if that is the biggest culprit. Actually, we can just do... I should have done it from the beginning. Water mesh, water mesh, water mesh. Here we're just gonna do... Fuck it. These errors started appearing, or these crashes, in... I mean, we had some previous to Unity 6, but they were pretty tied to me doing crazy stuff. This time around, though, I have no idea. Generating too many meshes at startup, it should be okay. Scene, nah, still a crash. Megasonus, could it be because of Unit 6? Yeah, we migrated the project at the beginning of this year. Didn't have these crashes before Unity 6 at least. So I wonder if it's... We might be doing some crazy stuff we shouldn't be doing in Unity 6. But I mean... I might have gotten to the... Nah, as soon as we look down... Into device. This is the first time we get this one though. Bug report. What do we have? May 23. Do we have any version? Busy for too long. Yeah. Pretty sure this is not the problem for me. Megazonis, any ideas are highly appreciated. Like, this seems to be a problem for many. But in his case, it's using the wrong graphics card. Antivirus. Let's see. Ah. Don't want to do that. Yo, what's up, Geralt? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, I wonder if I'm gonna have to go do some driver searching today. Hmm. People are really pissed off in this thread. Yes. Yeah, this is pretty much my case here. Not really this, though. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Don't want to do that. Ensure that Unity is running on a dedicated graphics card. Let's take a look. Where do we have, let's take a look. Okay. Let's do high performance then. Okay, so we save. So let's try this one first. Let's see if this works. So force it to use high performance. Let's see what that leads us. Yo, what's up, Cooler SK? Here we go. And I want to do. I want to be careful. Ah, fuck it. Let's just go see what we have. It's a little bit annoying that we have this working. Fine. And then let's see what happens if we do. What do we have here? Okay. And then as soon as we change the view downwards, we have the crash. Okay. Yo, what's up, Calvino? Good morning, good morning. Unfortunately, we're working on this morning. I've noticed that ever since migrating to Unity 6, we've been getting this crash once in a while. But today, this beautiful Monday morning, this crash started to appear a little bit more times. I'm wondering if it's all just a driver issue. Nah, this sucks. I was so ready to get to the bottom of the tessellation today, but let's try the things we can do on stream. If none of them works, unfortunately, I'm probably gonna have to call it and fix this off stream. I reckon I'm gonna have to do some Windows updating, NVIDIA driver updates. We'll see. But where do we have this one? Here we go. This didn't fix the issue. Let's try this. Although you can't say migrating without mentioning migraine. True indeed. If it doesn't work, you can walk over here and borrow my hopefully we can fix it. This Nvidia card, although it's old now, it has always served me well. Actually, it's a 1080. I think I have a 2070 here at home as well. But 2060. I shouldn't have to switch my graphics card for this to work. I have a 1080 in this computer right now. But luckily I have a secondary computer as well with a 2070, I want to say. 2060. So, we'll see. But I believe in this one, so let's see what we can do. I also think updating the driver could be a wise choice. I don't think I've done that in a while. But let's see here. NVIDIA control panel, you say? Give my dad my old computer with a 1080 Ti. Fucking 1080 Ti. 1080 and 1080 Ti. Such good graphics cards for the price. NVIDIA control panel, manage 3D settings, you say? And then we want to do program settings. Select program to customize. Unity 3D, let's see. One sec. It might actually be this as well. Ooh. Let me try one thing now. I still want to get to the definitive bottom of this problem, but I might have found the issue we're having today, and if I have, it's my mistake. We're gonna take a look here, and then I can hopefully explain. Let's try it. Okay, I'm optimistic now. I'm optimistic. Ah. Yeah, the 1080 card is sick. Okay, so this is what I thought. So if we're gonna believe this thread, it's we send a workload to the GPU. It doesn't respond in a timely manner, and Windows process, I think it is, stops it and then crashes Unity. I did some rendering this weekend, and usually when I do rendering, I set my power settings for this computer to be I lowered these spikes a bit because I want to avoid the spikes. I want it to be, when we do rendering, I try to make it like constant. And I still had that setting on, so now I changed it to balanced and again, hopefully it would work with bigger loads or spikes. Unfortunately, that didn't fix it. So let's continue with this one. If that doesn't fix it, I think I'm gonna have to call it, update my drivers, and do some other shit. For maximum performance. Threaded optimization on, triple buffering off, and vertical sync off. Okay, last try. 650 Ti to 4060. That's a pretty nice upgrade. I'm thinking, what could it be? We're pretty much running an empty scene here. Is it seriously just when we look down as well? I wonder if it has to do with post-processing. We don't do bloom. And there we have it. Oh, fuck. Huh. Okay, not how I wanted to kick off this week, but yeah, I'm gonna take today to try and get to the bottom of this fucking problem, and hopefully we can do what we were supposed to do today, tomorrow. Thinking if there's some last thing I can do. Actually, we're gonna do one thing, or will that help? Let's do this. Elvino, so if this doesn't work, you port your game to Godot. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Okay, let's do this. And then we do disable environment. Scene. We seriously get the crash in an empty scene. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take some time and try and solve this off stream. I will post some information on Discord if I manage to solve it or not, and hopefully I will be back tomorrow and we can do some fun stuff instead of trying to fix these crashes. I'm sorry about this. Appreciate you all, and hope you have a great, hope you have a better rest of the day than I'm gonna have. Let's put it at that. Peace. Harry-O, do you have render features enabled? No, those were the first I disabled. I thought it could have to do with that, but like, I'm gonna take the rest of the day and do my best to get to the bottom of this, and hopefully I have a good update for this tomorrow. RIP indeed. Have a great one. Peace.